For this month's ink review, we've actually had some requests to do these specific purple inks. So today we are going to show you 5 of the most requested purple inks for this month's ink comparison. Up first, we have the Wearingeul Frankenstein ink from the World Literature collection. We did notice when we did the dry ink test that the ink does dry fairly quickly, and when we did the wet ink test, it did smudge a little bit, but not too bad. Up next is the Diamine Nightfall ink from the Purple Edition ink collection. This ink does have a little bit more of a blue hint to it. It's not as much purple as the other inks. And when we did the dry and wet ink tests, we did notice that this ink was the one that did take the longest to dry. Another highly requested ink was the Sailor Shigure ink from the Shikiori Four Seasons collection. This ink is a very deep purple with a little bit of a sheen to it. It's very pretty. This ink also does dry fairly quickly. Next up is the Lamy Azurite fountain pen ink from the Crystal ink collection. This is a very vibrant purple ink. This ink didn't dry as fast as the others, and it did smudge when we did the wet test, but overall it's a very good ink, and once it dried it did have a little bit of a green sheen to it. And lastly is the Dominant Industry Les Nymphéas Matin ink from the Painter series collection. I did do 2 layers to this ink because it was very light on the first layer. Out of all 5 of these inks, this ink did dry the fastest and it did pass the wet test. It is also the lightest purple out of all of the inks in this ink comparison. Here's a better look at all the inks once they had officially dried. You can tell that they are all very different shades of purple. Don't forget to go to penchalet.com to learn more about each of these inks and to get shopping.